Hello, yes, December is here. The months are now flying past, disappearing quicker than the Christmas chocolate. So, what's coming up on the podcast this month? This week, I'm joined by Sir Evans. We are talking productivity, planning, strategy, and the anti-hustle culture. So tune in for that one on Wednesday. And next week, I'm joined by Anil Erkan. We'll be talking about the strengths, the benefits of coaching and why you need a coach in your life, and of course, leadership as well. And on the 17th, I'll be joined by Pascal Mbo'a. We'll be talking human behavior, understanding it, and nature versus nurture. There's a whole load of stuff we get into, and it's quite an interesting conversation. So I hope you'll be there with us. After that, we'll be into Christmas week, so no spoilers for that, I'm afraid. There will be a daily episode during Christmas week, including the Christmas special. I might take the day off on Christmas Day, if that's all right with you. Then there'll be the Boxing Day clip show, which is our new tradition as of last year. You'll get one more episode between Christmas and New Year, then the New Year special. But that's all I'm going to say about it for now. There will be more information nearer the time. So keep watching for sneak previews of those first 3 episodes, and I hope you'll listen along, watch on YouTube, whatever is your preference. Yeah, now I'm going to go and finish my festive advent calendar coffee, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
I think it's important to make a distinction between your purpose and your passion. I often think that someone may be passionate about something that they're not necessarily good at. I'm sure you can learn, but I think your purpose can be done whether you're good at it or not, and you're going to always develop at it because it's your purpose. It's your reason for giving. It's your reason for whether you're doing a A-list job or a F-list job. It's your purpose that's being called out. So for me, I'll use this as an example. My purpose is to change lives through the power of planning. We want to see them transform, and ultimately through that superpower, but also understanding I'm nothing without the higher power that gives me my superpower, right? So that is my purpose. My purpose is very simple: change lives, transforms lives through the power of planning. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Now this passion thing gets overwhelming. This passion thing is what says, okay, well, let's write a book. Let's do a tour. Let's do keynote. Let's do music. Let's partner with this business and do this. Let's do that. Let's try something brand new that we've never tried before that we probably aren't good at. But it helps to get our purpose complete, right? Passion is what leads to burnout faster than purpose. Because passion doesn't always align with your purpose. Like it's like 100 people trying to get into the door, but the door isn't designed for everybody and everybody can't get to it, right? And that's why it's important to separate. It's like, understand your purpose. I don't think that passion, if you truly have passion, first of all, it's not going to run out. If you feel passionate, someone with the opposite problem goes, I'm just not passionate about anything. Focus on your purpose. What is the purpose that you want to fulfill? What is the purpose that you feel you've been called to fulfill? If it's just raw passion, keeping you up every day, keeping you going without that purpose, it's going to lead to burnout. There's been several times where my passion has written a check that I couldn't cash, but my purpose ultimately still paid the bills, still got me through a season, still got me through a transition.
When somebody asks me like, what should I concentrate on? Now, of course, it depends on the person, but there's a couple of things that are apart from self-awareness. Like self-awareness is, of course, a very main pillar and all of that. But strategic thinking and decision-making, if these are skill sets, I mean, you need to work on these. And these are not like taught or passed on just because you have a leader that's very good at these. I mean, you might pick up on some of these things, but you really need to go deep on those, because everybody is looking for all the information before making decisions. It's not possible. You're always going to have something missing, or some people go with their gut or things like that, and it of course doesn't work. So how do you know where to stop and to pull the trigger and make the decision? And how do you strategically look at all of what you're doing, what your department is doing, or what your organization is doing? So those two I believe are critical for the transition. And the way I try to implement this when I work with people is I do what I call development sessions, and also what I guess we can call them the normal coaching sessions. So coaching sessions are actually a tool for awareness, and you get the awareness, but awareness is not enough. Then we follow that up with action and that rinse and repeat process I mentioned. But before that as well, if we are going to work on these skill sets, we read a lot of resources, books, articles, podcasts like the one we're doing here, and we try to extract the information so that they get the learning from it. I don't teach people, by the way. I'm not teaching people in sessions, but the development session is where I use the information in the resource to ask powerful questions to connect to their realities. So then they are internalizing the information, but also relating it to their situation and to their context. That's powerful. Is it enough? No. Again, the action is critical. So always putting it, trying it, and trying to see how it works. Does it work? Did I have some inner world area that prevented me? Like maybe in a meeting, my communication wasn't good enough to implement this. So then we dive into that.
I think would have been the freedom, giving me the freedom to think the business and to direct the business the way that I was thinking about it. Yeah, one of the greatest experience, by the way, that I had was giving someone gave me the space, because I remember once in Dubai, I was a operations manager, and for a very impressive company, touristic. And the way that I got the job, first of all, and I think that's where the person got the idea of giving me the freedom to do what I think of the business, because from the beginning he saw my interest in the business. Because I was doing something else, and I used to go down to the business, and I was just observing the business and observing how the business is going, and I figured out who was the boss, because you cannot hide. And someday I had a chance to be in front of the boss, and I was like, hey, I'm just saying it, I'm not criticizing no one. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just sharing. I was like, if this was my business, this is the way that I would do it. I would change it. And the guy was like, whoa, really amazing. Actually, we don't have a operations manager. I'm the owner and the manager at the same time. So, and we don't have the money to hire you right now. I'm like, no, that's cool. I didn't want to work for you guys. I was just saying, if it was my business, and you like know by the next year, like pretty much 6 months after that, I met that guy again, and then he came and was like, hey, do you want to work for us? Like, do you want to do exactly what you say you wanted to do 6 months ago for us? And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Things that change. I'm ready. The very first day you do something that doesn't go cool, well, we have to sit down and restrict your freedom, which is okay. Like, I'm okay. Why? If you give the lead to someone who can take the business from 0 to 5 to 10, why would you put restriction on that person? Just let the person run, let the person run.